Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Memorial Field on the campus of Pinkerton Academy for today's 2021 NHI AA Division II Football Championship game between the number 3 Spartans of Milford High School and the number 1 Owls of Timberlane High School. The NHI AA member schools want to thank you for coming out to support your team today. High school sports are an extension of the classroom learning experience. The student athletes in front of you have worked all season in the classrooms as well as at the practice fields to be able to play here today. The NHI AA Football Committee and staff realize what a special moment this is for the players, coaches, and fans. We ask your cooperation in making this event as meaningful as possible for the students involved. As we encourage them to demonstrate good sportsmanship, we also ask that you, the fans, help us by showing respect for your team, the opposing team, the coaches, and the officials. Ladies and gentlemen, the officials for today's contest are referee John Reardon, umpire Paul Smith, linesman Richard Driscoll, line judge Bob Sikora, back judge Mark Redmond Jr. Fans, please be reminded that for the safety of the players, coaches, and officials, no fans are allowed onto the playing surface at any time during or after the game. Thank you. The Spartans have won the toss and elected to kick off. The Timberlane Owls will be receiving the kickoff. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for our national anthem, performed today by the Timberlane High School Band.
The last notes of our national anthem still hanging in the air. Also hanging in the air, NHIAA Division II football state championship here on Granite Town Media. 3 months ago, one division open play, 2 conferences, East and West, 19 teams. 8 made it through the regular season to the playoffs. 2 rounds later, we're down to 2 teams remaining. Number 1, undefeated Timberlane Owls come into the game with 11 straight wins. The number 3 seed, 8-2 Milford Spartans, looking to play the spoiler and come up with the upset today. Hello everyone, I'm Kevin St. Ange. Welcome to Pinkerton Academy Astro Stadium Memorial Field for NHIAA Division II football state championships. Joining me today from 1984, Milford class of 1984, number 34 in your program, number 1 in your hearts, Chris Frontero. Thanks for joining us today, Chris.
It's an honor for me to be here today. Couldn't ask for anything more. Beautiful weather, just a great day for football.
Milford won the toss. They've elected to kick off. Stepping back for the kickoff is number 9, Colin Gregg, set to get us underway here at Memorial Field. Championship play is underway. The ball comes down at the 11-yard line to the Owls, number 20. Who's down the sideline, gang tackled, but not before he moves the ball out to across the 45-yard line. Kick returner for the Owls, number 20, Matt Williams, a junior. Nice return to open play for Timberlane. And this very young Timberlane Owls team for Kevin Fitzgerald. Can't talk too much about their age because they did nothing but go out there and win ball games this year, Chris.
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
Young quarterback, been in there for Dominic Capetta for the last 4 or 5 games of the season. Garrett Schivel in the shotgun. The give is to Polaria. He's running off tackle to the left side. Short gain, maybe 1 or 2. Advances the ball to about midfield. Late whistle on that play. He was tied up, not going anywhere. But this championship crew had a very slow whistle to start the game. Maybe jitters for the officiating crew as well. We're just underway here at Granite Town Media, 11:30 of the first quarter. First offensive play moves the ball to the 50-yard line, where the Owls are looking at a 2nd and 6. Make that 2nd and 7. Chivel, shotgun. The give is again straight ahead to Polaria. 4-yard gain, 4-yard gain for Polaria.
He was brought down by number 23.
That'd be Logan Barnhill on the tackle, coming up from his free safety spot. Milford plays basically a 4-3 defense. They'll step that free safety up, put 8 men in the box occasionally, in what will probably be a very dominant running attack from the Owls today. They amassed over 2,400 yards on the ground during the regular season. 3rd and short, 3rd and about 4. Motion man, the give is to the halfback who picks up the first down. I believe that was Dan Post, one of the 2-headed monsters at running back for the Owls. He rushed for over 700 yards on the season.
Number 60, number 21 went on that tackle.
You mentioned Caleb Francoeur. He had two interceptions last week against Lebanon, as Milford erased one of their losses on the season, one of their 2 losses to the 2 undefeated teams in Division II. Last week it was Lebanon. This week Milford trying to do that again with the Timberlane Owls. Schivel takes the snap, trying to run to the right side, met in the backfield by Kostafis, slowed down there, but he still managed to squeeze forward for maybe 2, gang tackled by a host of Spartan defenders.
Yeah, that was just a good team effort on the Milford part there.
Chris Kostafis, with good penetration for the Milford defense, wasn't able to bring him down on the tackle, but slowed him up just enough for the Spartan defense to rally. No gain on the play. Well, actually, we have a flag on the play. Down markers haven't moved. That's why I looked at it that way. There was a short gain on the play, but with the penalty, we're going to move that ball back to the 50-yard line.
Penalties on the Owls for holding. Ball's brought back to the 50-yard line.
That'll bring up a 1st and 20. 1st and 18, excuse me.
First down is 18 for the Owls.
This Owl offense primarily runs out of the gun. The give is to Polaria, picking his way in the interior line of the Owls. Short gain, probably get a little forward progress, half a yard or so.
Yeah, just a host of Milford Spartans around that ball, and that's great defense right there.
1 yard gain on the play brings up 2nd down and 17. This is a very deep Owl team. They play a lot of players one way, unlike Milford, who has most of its talent, has to play 2 ways. It's a difference in style of play and frankly, depth of talent on both of these teams. Both teams like to run the ball. We've seen that already from the Owls. Shivel rolling out to his left, flooding the zone to that side. Mid-range pass, almost picked off by Milford free safety Charlie Erda. Got his hands on it. That would have been an interesting start to the game for the Spartans. In any event, it's a 3rd down and 17. Milford standing strong here on the opening series.
Yeah, great read on Erda. That's a key thing about defense. Taking good reads.
This crack staff on the Milford Spartan coaches, really did a nice job scouting this Owls team. They played them in the final game of the regular season, went back and looked at that film and identified tendencies, good and bad. Shivel gives to Polaria. Polaria up the middle, met by the entire interior defensive line of the Spartans, led by senior linebacker, track and field star, solid running back, Caden Zielinski, number 22. That'll bring up a 4th down, punting down. Probably couldn't have scripted the first series of plays for the Spartans any better than this. I'm sure head coach Keith Jones is loving what he's seen on this first series. Back to punt for the Owls. Looks like Cooper Kelly. Almost blocked by the Spartans. Fielded by Erda. Actually, it goes over his head. And the question is whether it was touched by Erda. It was not, so it will be a touchback as that ball squirted into the end zone. Erda has lived dangerously with some of these punt returns and kickoff returns. Had one where he touched at Lebanon and it squirted away from him, turned into 6 points the other way. Spartans dodge a bullet there, though, and they'll get their first series of offensive plays at the 8:35 mark of the first quarter. Just underway here, really. 0-0 is your score.
Yeah. When in doubt, step away. But sometimes the adrenaline gets into you, and you just want to get a hold of that rock.
Here comes the Milford Spartan offense, the flex-bone triple threat offense of head coach Keith Jones. Erda, shotgun formation. Give is to Zielinski, trying to turn the corner, does so, picks up a nice gain, still on his feet, flag on the play, but not before there was about a 7-8 yard gain. We'll have to sort out the laundry on the field, though. It's in that area where it's typically holding on the offensive line.
Flag on the play.
So number 3 for Timberlane came up and got him from behind.
Trey Baker, the junior cornerback. Penalty against the Spartans, not the way head coach Keith Jones wanted to start this game. He believes that his Spartans need to play penalty-free, disciplined football.
Absolutely. Discipline is key.
So that 10-yard penalty will move the ball back to the Spartan 12.5-yard line. Charlie Erda under center, the 4th of the football-playing Erda brothers. The give is to the up back. It's either Kostafis or we'll have to sort that out.
Just a swarm of Timberlane defenders on that play there.
Check that. That was Cloutier. The up back took the handoff from Charlie Erda. Very short gain. 2nd and 17 as the ball is spotted at the Spartan 13-yard line.
So it looks like Timberlane is playing a pro-style defense. They're mixing it up with some stunts in the middle there.
Here come the Spartans in the shadow of their own goalposts. Looking to establish a drive here in the early going. Zielinski in motion. End around play to Logan Barnhill, but that'll be whistled dead. Illegal procedure call against the Spartans. 2nd penalty in this opening series for the Milford Spartans. Undisciplined play, very uncharacteristic for the Spartans. Maybe pre-game, early game jitters. Chris, you played in a couple of big games in your time here with the Spartans. You coached up at Interlake for a while as well. These young men have to really feel each other out, get that adrenaline moving early in the game.
Yep, nerves. Yep, we'll get a hold of you. They just got to calm down a little bit.
Ball spotted back at the Spartan 8-yard line. Erda takes it to the right side, keeps it himself, finds the edge, picks up 5, maybe 6 on the play. That'll be a 3rd down and really long for the Milford Spartans, but at least a positive play and no penalties. So heading in the right direction.
Yep. That was number 50 for Timberlane that brought him down. Cooper Kelly, middle linebacker.
3rd down and 17.
Ball back to the Spartan 13-yard line. One of the things about this triple threat offense of head coach Keith Jones is they are able to break big plays here and there. Need one here. Erda turns around and is met immediately in the backfield before he can hand off the ball. Evan Roger for the Owls got to Charlie Erda before he even completed his pirouette in the backfield.
Evan Rager on the tackle.
Just a missed block on the Milford side.
In what could be a very tight game scoring-wise anyway, field position will be key. And although the Owls weren't able to move the ball effectively on their first opening series, neither of the Spartans. And yet, the field position is such that, we're kicking from the end zone here. So the Spartans need a very good kick from Charlie Erda to try to flip this field position a little bit. Snap, punt is away, end-over-end wobbling kick, fair catch. At the 40 is not caught, and it's bouncing back towards the Spartan, where it is knocked out of bounds by Harris Jones. Owls are going to start with great field position inside the Spartan 35-yard line.
Owls will start 1st and 10.
Let's go. Oh! Here we go.
So far, the Owls' best offense has been their defense here, commanding field position. Ball actually spotted at the Spartan 36. It rolled out of bounds inside the 35, but I believe it was touched by the Spartans before it got to that spot. Shivel, shotgun formation. He keeps it, running straight up the middle, now bounces to the right side. Tried to turn the corner, didn't get there though. Trice Cody came up from his cornerback position after about a 6-yard gain by the Owls. 4-yard gain by the Owls. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 6.
That was just a great outside field tackle. But they got to be careful. They don't want to get sucked up inside too much, because then the outside, that leaves the outside wide open.
Here come the Owls, 2nd down and 7. Ball is at the Spartan 33-yard line. Snap, give is to, looks like Polaria. Not Polaria, that's going to be DiGiulio. Ed DiGiulio, the sophomore running back, straight ahead, met in the hole by number 22, Caden Zielinski.
Pick up 3 on the play, 3rd down 4 for the Owls.
Really not a lot of deception to this Owl offense. They just line it up, and with their big offensive linemen up front are basically saying, we're going to move you around the field if we can. Stop our running backs if you can. Spread formation for the Owls now. Shivel, inside handoff to Polaria. He turns a corner to the left side. Nice gain, 1st down by the Owls.
He was brought down by number 61, number 22 of Milford.
Also in on the tackle, number 33, Mike Lima. But not before the Owls pick up a 1st down at the 4-minute mark. The score is 0-0. 1st and 10 for the Owls at the Spartan 25. Owls come out again with another spread formation. It's a whistle on the field, and they're sending a player off for the Owls, number 55. Illegal equipment or something of that nature. Caleb Molly sent off. Little disconcertion by the Owls here. Shivel now stepping up under center. 2 backs in the backfield behind him, spread formation still. Shivel gives to Polaria. Polaria dragged down from behind. Still pumping his feet, but nice grab on by number 55 for the Milford Spartans. Keegan Hatch. He wasn't letting him go anywhere, was he?
No, he's just holding on.
2nd and 7 now. Ball spotted at the Spartan 22. Spartan defense is certainly making the Owls work. Spread formation for Timberlane. Shivel in the gun. The give is to Polaria, straight up the middle. Nothing fancy about that play. Ball is on the ground. Looks like Shivel recovered it. Joust with number 23, Logan Barnhill. Shivel comes up with it, though. Nothing fancy about this offense for the Timberlane Owls. They're basically lining it up and running straight ahead, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 7. Ball at the 22-yard line.
Looks like they're trying to establish the run up the middle, but it's not really getting them anywhere right now. And Milford's defense is doing a great job stuffing the middle up.
Part of the strategy for head coach Kevin Fitzgerald, though, knowing he has depth and size, probably to lean on the Spartans early in most of the game. Shivel back to pass, deep pass, drop play, pass is complete to Polaria. Logan Barnhill had him wrapped up. Ball comes loose. Looks like the Owls recovered. Flag on the play. Tough angle from our position here to see whether they got the 1st down or not. Does not look like they did. We'll have to sort out the penalty, though.
Yeah, they're going to be short on that, and plus the penalty looks like it's going to be against Timberlane.
Milford putting a hat on the ball, though, and causing two fumbles so far here in the early going. Flags being picked up at this point. 4th down. Ball at the Milford Spartan 12.5 yard line.
4th down and long 2.
4th and 2 for the Owls. Big play for the Owls here in the early going, trying to keep the drive sustained. Shivel, shotgun, Polaria to his left. Snap comes to him clean. The give is to Polaria, met in the backfield by the Milford Spartan defense. They held tough. Big 4th down stop by the Milford Spartans.
Number 51, Logan Chamberlain on that one. That was just a good job on the defense.
Milford Spartans take over on their own. It looks like going to be about the 13-yard line.
Ball's marked the 19-yard line.
19-yard line here. Got a tough angle to look at from our vantage point here. A little deceptive. Late November day, beautiful high blue sky. Shadows are creeping in from our, from the west here. Ball spotted just shy of the 19-yard line. Officials are talking about something. Not sure what. They were looking at the ball pretty carefully. I wonder if we have a Deflategate situation going on here. Nope. Whatever they were talking about, they're done. Here come the Milford Spartans taking over on downs. 1st and 10, ball on the 19-yard line. Trice Cody split to the left side. The give is to Caden Zielinski running to the right. He's met by the Owls after a short gain. Solid hit by, looks like Cooper Kelly.
Yeah, he's Cooper Kelly. He's been all over the field so far. Doing a good job at that middle linebacker position.
Short gain by Zielinski. 2nd and 8, make that a 2-yard gain then. 2nd and 8 for the Spartans. Milford led after 3.5 quarters, actually going into the 4th quarter. The last time these teams met, it's 14-7. Zielinski in motion, fake the pitch to him. The give is to, I believe that's Barnhill. Tried to tuck it up inside, short gain there, if at all. Leading rusher for the Milford Spartans with over 800 yards rushing on the season, senior tri-captain Logan Barnhill. Short gain makes it 3rd and 7. Milford staying true to their character so far in the early going, running this triple threat offense.
It's almost like they're too tight, though. I think they got to loosen it up a little bit.
Cody split wide to the left. In motion is Kostafis. Pass is to Cody. He's picking up some blocking, but really didn't get that play unfold. It looks like he was trying to run before the catch, and then when he caught the ball, he really didn't have any momentum downfield, waiting for his blockers to get out in front of him. So completed pass, but we're going to bring up a 4th and looks like 4. Another punting situation for the Milford Spartans.
That was a good play by the Timberlane defense. Sniffing out that play right there.
Neither of these teams throw a whole lot. Both quarterbacks, both teams averaging about 30 to 40 yards in passing a game. Almost negligible when you consider the amount of running these two teams do. Just enough to keep teams honest, I suppose. But that ends the first quarter of play, so we're going to flip ends of the field. When we come back, second quarter of play, 0-0 is your score. NHI AA Division II Football Championship on the line here on Granite Town Media.
Convenient MD Urgent Care is proud to support the NHI, AA, its member schools, coaches, student athletes, families, and fans. Thank you, Convenient MD. Fourth down for the Spartans.
Milford Spartan football back here on Granite Town Media. Kevin St. Ange along with Chris Frontiero here at Memorial Field. Pinkerton Academy back to punt for the Spartans. Charlie Erda deep for the Owls. Matt Williams. Erda gets the punt away. Excuse me, that was Mwangi.
Punt received by
Jaden Mwangi. Receives the punt, but it was taking him out of bounds where the Owls will take over 1st and 10 at their 45-yard line. Again, game of field position. First drive of the game started at the Owl 45-yard line. Second drive for the Owls started across midfield in Spartan territory. Milford Spartans playing with their backs against the wall in some respects here in the early going. However, at 8-2 and the number 3 seed in the tournament, all the expectations and all the pressure is on the undefeated Timberlane Owls. Virtually a Division I team, given student population. The expectations are that they will complete an undefeated season. The 1,500 fans or so here at Memorial Stadium in for a treat so far. Defensive specialty. If you like defensive football, you're seeing it so far. Here come the Owls. Mwangi split wide to the left. Spread formation for Garrett Shivel in the shotgun. The give is to Owls number 19, Ed DiGilio.
Edward DiGilio on the carry.
DiGilio with a nice run off tackle to the right. 4-yard gain, maybe 5 yards. Second down coming up for the Owls. Ball spotted at their 49-yard line. Just shy of their 49-yard line. Chris, you're on the 49-yard line. Is the nose of the ball on the 49-yard line? Looks like it is. Yeah. Here come the Owls. Mwangi split to the left. The nose is on the 49-yard line, says our executive producer, Chris Gentry. Shivel takes the snap, gives to Polaria, running straight ahead, straight up and down. He's broken free. One man to beat is Charlie Erda. Not sure if he's going to get there. There goes Dominic Polaria for the Owls. Timberlane Owls jump out to a 6-0 lead here in the early stages of the second quarter. 51-yard run by the Owls to take the lead here. The NHI AA Division II state championship game.
Yeah, that was a nice run by Dominic Polaria. Right up the middle. Looked like the Milford defense kind of collapsed a little bit on that play.
Set to attempt the extra point, number 82, Harrison Bloom. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. Timberlane Owls are now up 7-0 here. First score of the game, a game that really all over the place. Some experts predicted this to be a high-scoring affair. Others thought maybe defense would govern. Still in doubt at this point, but we're going to step aside with the Spartans down 7-0 to the Owls of Timberlane.
Harrison Bloom to get it off.
Back here on Granite Town Media, Kevin St. Ange along with class of 1984 Chris Frontiero. Milford Spartans are down 7-0 to the Timberlane Owls. They just scored their first touchdown of the game at the 11:05 mark of the second quarter. Set to kick off for the Timberlane Owls, Harrison Bloom. Back deep for the Spartans. Logan Barnhill flanked by Trice Cody and Caden Zielinski. Short kick is going to come down to Barnhill, center of the field, really right half. She's coming to the near sideline, looks to turn up, does so, bowls his way to the Spartan 35-yard line. Nice return by Logan Barnhill, senior tri-captain for the Milford Spartans. Really came into the season as the #2 running back behind Caden Zielinski. Zielinski went down with an injury early, missed a little bit of time early. Logan Barnhill picked up the load most of the season after that. Led all Spartan rushers on the season. #5 in Division II in New Hampshire, 5th-ranked rusher in the state for the Milford Spartans. Here comes Charlie Erda. He's in the shotgun for the Spartans with Cade Cloutier to his left. The give is to Cloutier. Cloutier's got a little hole on the left side. I'm sorry, on the right side. Short gain, 2 yards, maybe 3.
We had Bryce Parker, number 56 for Timberlane, on that tackle.
Great turnout here on a great football weather day here in Derry, New Hampshire. Neutral site, played at Division I Pinkerton High School. A field where typically Division I Timberlane Owls would play a regular season game as well. Erda under center. He's going to keep it. Cuts up inside of the block of Cade Cloutier. Just shy of the first down, but a nice positive play for the Milford Spartans. Really the first play that opened up for them, and it looked like they were running downhill.
Yeah, that was a nice little 6-yard pickup for Utah.
That brings up a 3rd and looks like about 3. Ball is spotted at the Spartan 43.5-yard line. Enjoying the dulcet tones of the Timberlane Owl Band just below us to the right. Fortunately, our cameras can't pick up my dancing moves here in the booth, but here comes Charlie Erda under center. He's going to keep it rolling to his left. He's got Cloutier. Cloutier just can't hold on to it. Throw is a little bit behind him. He leads Cloutier just by a step. Cloutier turns the corner, and he's got that whole sideline right down in front of head coach Keith Jones, probably in the end zone right about now, but no, can't connect, and that brings up a 4th down for the Milford Spartans.
I know.
A little out of character for the Milford Spartans on a 3rd down and short like that. Your strength is your running game. Head coach Keith Jones trying to mix it up a little bit though and keep this Owl defense honest.
Sometimes that's what you got to do. You got to throw the defense off a little bit by doing plays like that.
The snap is to Connor Gamm, the up back for the Milford Spartans. Doesn't look like he's going to get enough for the first down though. Little trick play by head coach Keith Jones. Connor Gamm, kind of the picket fence play, you know, as a blocker for Charlie Erda. He closed the gate, took the direct snap, and tried to run it up inside. The Owl defense was up to the task.
Yeah, that was a tough play. You know, you're within your own side of the field, and to go for it on 4th down like that, you're really taking a chance, especially when you're down 7-0.
Timberlane Owls take over on the Spartan 43-yard line. Near sideline, Mwangi. Shivel, again in the shotgun formation. Looks like he has DeJulio to his left. The give is to DeJulio. He cuts it back up to the left side. Nice stop by the Spartan defensive line. Zielinski in on the tackle. Some big boys popping some pads down there, huh, Chris?
Oh yeah. And the key to a good defense is read. You know, you gotta use your reads, and
spread formation again for Kevin Fitzgerald's Timberlane Owls. 3 receivers to the near side left. The give is to DeJulio. DeJulio met by Charlie Erda after a short gain. Little activity after the play though. Short gain brought down by Charlie Erda. 3rd down and 6, 6.5, maybe 7.
Yeah, you got to be stingy on defense. You really don't want to give up too much on these plays.
After giving up the 51-yard touchdown run to Polaria, we haven't seen Polaria on this offensive set, although he's on the field now. Bunch formation to the left side for the Owls. Shivel rolling to his right, looking downfield, looking to throw back across his body. Along the right sideline, the pass intended for Mwangi. Mwangi tipped it, Erda got his hands on it. Francoeur was over there as well. Dangerous pass by the sophomore quarterback for Kevin Fitzgerald's Timberlane Owls. Falls incomplete, harmless for the Milford Spartans. That'll bring up a 4th down for the Timberlane Owls. Ball spotted on the left hash mark. That was a long rollout. Nothing really developing downfield for quarterback Garrett Shivel.
No, that was a good read by the Milford defense.
The question is, when does Kevin Fitzgerald, coach of the Owls, pull out his own trick play and maybe go for something on a 4th down? Doesn't do it here. Cooper Kelly with a nice punt. Fair catch called for by Charlie Erda. He comes up with it, hauls it in around the 15-yard line for the Milford Spartans, once again in the shadow of their own goalposts. Will have a long field to score their first points of this championship game. At the 7:52 mark of the 2nd quarter, Milford Spartans currently down to the Timberlane Owls. 7-0 is your score. Kevin St. Onge along with Chris Frontiero here on Granite Town Media. All right, Coach Frontiero, you've been on the sidelines in these situations. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to accomplish with a little over 7 minutes to play here in the 2nd quarter? Get momentum going into the 2nd half. Erda looking downfield, has Logan Barnhill wide open, and he hauls it in. He's at the 50-yard line, and he's going to be brought down at the Owl 42. Erda faked the inside handoff, 2 steps back. Logan Barnhill got behind the defense. If that pass hits him in stride, he's in the end zone. He had to come back for the ball. Fortunate for Charlie Erda, the defense got sucked up, and Barnhill was able to get behind the free safeties. Free safeties tracked him down, but not before he got to the Owl 42-yard line.
And that's what you need for a momentum change, right there.
We finally flipped the field here for the Milford Spartans.
Yep.
They now have field position. Wishbone backfield behind Charlie Erda. The give is to the 2nd man, Caden Zielinski, bowling his way forward, still on his feet, comes down after a 7, maybe an 8-yard gain. Just lose that ball inside. Charlie Erda, like his brothers before him, just magicians with the ball, putting it into the belly of the tail of the fullback, pulling it back out, giving it to the 2nd man through the hole, or keeping it himself. There's your triple threat option in this flex bone of head coach Keith Jones. Yeah. Here come the Milford Spartans, 2nd down and a long 3. Wishbone again behind Charlie Erda. Staffis, Cloutier, Zielinski. Jones switches his tight end position. The give is to the 2nd man through. I believe that's Gustavus. Short gain for him. Tried to turn the corner on the left side. Wasn't able to get much, but he picked up about a yard, maybe half a yard.
Again, number 50 for Timberlane.
Kelly.
Yep.
Scoreboard has it at 3rd down and 2 for the Spartans. Ball spotted at the 34.5-yard line. Kind of a different look for the Spartans to come out in that full bone. This time they go to a shotgun, really a pistol formation. Cloutier next to Cody. Erda. Erda keeps it rolling to his left. Has Cloutier again. Cloutier this time catches the little swing pass. Still on his feet. Not brought down till he gets to the 21-yard line. Again, short yardage situation. Head coach Keith Jones opting for that short pass. This time, Erda able to connect with Cloutier.
Yeah, right, and that's what you need to do. You know, the run's not working so well with you, so you swing it out, do a little short pass.
If nothing else, the Spartans have taken some of the momentum away from the Owls. They've got the Owl defense back on their heels. Ball just outside the 20-yard line. Erda under center, full bone behind him, full wishbone behind him. The give is to the second man through the hole, Zielinski. Zielinski's met by Cooper Kelly. Here's the impressive thing. Zielinski got stopped. He never went down. Zielinski said, I may not get the yardage, but I'm not going down. That play, mark that play down, Chris Gentry, is going to be a huge play if the Spartans turn around and win this game. Caden Zielinski just made a statement. He is not going to be tackled. He may have been stopped for a loss or a short gain. Huge play by the senior co-captain.
Well, that's all heart. That's showing you that the kid is playing with his heart.
Loss of about 1 on the play. That'll be a second down and 12 on the scoreboard, so loss of 2. Harris Jones, son of the head coach Keith Jones, moves from right to left. The give is to Barnhill, off tackle to the left. Solid running by the senior tri-captain Logan Barnhill.
Logan Barnhill with the carry.
Spartans can pick up a first down inside the 10-yard line. Third down and about 8.
Ball's marked the 18-yard line.
Yeah, what a battle in the trenches, though. The offensive line and defensive line.
2 big,
both sides.
mean, nasty, ugly-looking linemen just doing battle up front. And I say that affectionately, you know that. Here come the Milford Spartans, 3rd and 8, ball on the 18.5-yard line. Erda, shotgun, he keeping it, rolling to his right, flushed, going deeper. He's trucking it out of bounds just to get away, just to get rid of the ball. Nice pursuit by the Owl defense, flushing Erda. He was never able to set his feet or find anybody open downfield. So decision time for head coach Keith Jones. 4th and 8. He's got a solid kicker in Colin Gregg.
Yeah, when a quarterback rolls out like that, we usually call it a sprint out, and it's very difficult. If no one's open, it's very difficult for them to try and direct the receiver to get open.
Milford Spartans attempting a field goal here. Ball will be put down at the 26-yard line, making this a 36-yard field goal attempt by senior Colin Gregg out of the hold of Trice Cody. Long snapper Harris Jones gets it back to him. The kick is up. It is away. Is it good? It is good. Milford Spartans on the board. They erased the 0, the goose egg up there, and they put 3 on the board. 7-3 is your score at the 4:02 mark of the second quarter. I think we have a ball game, Chris Frontiero.
Yeah, it's looking that way.
We're going to step aside, come right back here on Granite Town Media, Spartan Football. Kevin St. Ange and Chris Frontiero at Memorial Stadium.
Owls 7, the Milford Spartans 3. Championship apparel is available on site. And online now for her partners at Northwest Designs, Inc. Commemorate your championship experience with an event tee or sweatshirt today. Shop online at nhiaa.org.
We can't hear you, Timberlane!
Back here on Granite Town Media, Milford Spartans kick off to continue this second quarter of play. Timberlane Owls will start their next possession with the ball spotted at their 20-yard line. Nice job by the Milford Spartan special teams. They weren't able to capitalize on the fake punt earlier, but were able to convert the field goal attempt, get themselves on the board, and try and slow down some of the momentum that the Owls had picked up in the early part of this third quarter. Shivel gives the ball to Polaria. High tackle by the Milford Spartans tri-captain Ben Kilgore. Polaria with a nice gain, though, on first down.
And of course, up here, it's hard to see how they're communicating down there, especially on defense, because communication is huge. You got to be able to communicate, locate, and attack. And that's what makes a great defense.
You talked about keys and making your reads. We'll come back to that in just a moment. That was Keegan Hatch on the previous tackle. I gave it to Ben Kilgore, but Keegan Hatch on that previous tackle. Shivel in the shotgun formation to Julio in motion. He gave us to Polaria. Likes the left side. He's met by Logan Barnhill. Low tackle, trying to drag him back. Really close to a first down, though. Pending the spot. No, they'll be short of the first down. That'll bring up a third and short. Third and about 1 for the Owls. Spartans could use a stop here again to try to, win the field position game. Shivel jogging out to the Owl huddle. Set 3rd and 1. A little confusion, it looks like, by the Owls breaking that huddle, but here they come. Mwangi wide left, spread formation. Shivel under center. Shivel going to keep it himself, take it forward for the first down. Good smart play by the sophomore quarterback, just lining up, putting his big offensive lineman on Milford Spartan defensive lineman, hat on hat, and saying, we're just going to come forward and you come stop us. And Spartans didn't. So that results in an Owl first down. Ball moves out to the 33-yard line. Shivel, shotgun. Gives it to Polaria. Polaria, again, straight ahead running. Nothing fancy there at all. Vernon LeClaire in on the tackle for the Milford Spartans. Moves the ball to the Owl 36-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and 7. Shivel keeps it himself. He's coming back to the left side. Nice gain by the sophomore quarterback for the Owls. Fake the handoff to Polaria. Talked about keys and reading. Spartans were reading Polaria the whole way. Shivel just put it in his belly and took it back out and went opposite from where his big stud running back was going. Shivel now, no huddle, under center. He drops back, 4-step drop, throws it to the far sideline. Caught there. I think that was Mwangi, not sure.
Matthew Williams on reception.
Nice pitch and catch by the Owls there. Shivel under center. Again, no huddle offense for the Owls. Shivel takes a step, 3-step drop back. Pass is caught by Stewart. Stewart still on his feet. Nice pitch and catch there again by the Owls. Stewart brought down by Logan Barnhill. Owls putting together a nice little drive with 1:03 to play. We're under 2 minutes. 1:03 is your time.
If I was Milford, I'd call a timeout.
They give us to Polaria. We have a flag on the play, however. Not sure, Chris. Was that a movement on the offensive line? They not quite set? Next season, we'll have replay here on Granite Town Media. We'll be able to take a peek at it.
Flags on the Owls. Start.
So 2 straight completions by the Owls and then a running play. However, the penalty will set the Owls back to the Spartan 45-yard line. We're under a minute to play now. 56.3. Shivel in the gun. Stewart in motion. The give is to Polaria, looking to the right side. Nice gain again by the senior running back. Strong running back for Kevin Fitzgerald's Timberlane Owls. Picked up most of the penalty and then a little bit more.
Tackle made by Phalanx of Spartan.
Used to be about a 7-8 yard gain for the Owls. Huddling up on near sideline. Timeout on the field, so we're going to step aside here. 48 seconds remaining in the first half of play. 7-3 is your score on Granite Town Media.
The opportunity to play organized sports beyond high school comes to only a select few. High school sports are defined by the experience of thousands of everyday young people whose lives are enriched by sports and their teammates. High school sports is about team. We had a cell phone turned in. It must belong to a student because it has Snapchat on it.
Kevin St. Ange and Chris Frontiero here at Memorial Stadium. State championship play between the Milford Spartans and Timberlane Owls. Ethan Stewart in motion. The fake is to him. Shivel keeps it. He's running off tackle to the left. Picked up the first down. Tackled from behind by Milford's Connor Dan. That carry moves the chains for the Timberlane Owls.
Yeah, Milford's defense right now, they're being hesitant.
On their heels, the give is to Polaria now, the big back running straight up and down, up the middle, just refusing to go down, still moving the pile forward. Slow whistle on the play though, had the forward progress stop, but to his credit, kept the legs churning and moved that pile inside the 15-yard line. Timberlane Owls looking to put more points on the board before halftime. 27 seconds remaining, 7-3 is your score, but here come the Owls. Timeout on the field. Chris, we're going to keep it right here, though. Let's talk about that running back, Dominic Polaria. He's showing some heart today.
Yeah, he's looking really good today.
Come to the press box.
Dominic Polaria finished the season with just over 700 yards rushing, a little behind teammate Dan Post. We haven't seen much from Post, not sure, maybe injury related. Polaria carrying the load for Kevin Fitzgerald's Owls. Very impressive running back.
Quickness, it's all about the quickness. You know, a lot of times they say, well, these guys, they get all the speed, and that's not the case sometimes. If you got to be quick off the ball and accelerate right through the hole.
Those twitch muscles, huh? You were a running back in the day, right?
Yeah, in fact, I got a lot, some good memories, you know.
Here come the Timberlane Owls. 1st and 10. Ball is on the 14-yard line, spread formation. The give is to Stewart to the right. To Stewart bobbing and weaving, dancing, trying to get to the end zone. He's going to come up short. Flag on the play. Ethan Stewart put on a show for the fans. He ran about 20 yards to gain a couple, but that flag probably is going to negate the gain.
Yeah, it looks like it's probably a holding on Timberlane.
Holding penalty against the Owls will bring the ball back a little bit. Owls can secure a first down inside the 10-yard line. 18 seconds remaining. Spartans just looking to dodge the bullet here with another score late in the half, if they can. Gonna have to stiffen up on defense, though, to do that. Officials are still working out the penalty yardage. Ball's coming back to the Spartan 22-yard line. PA announcer says 21. My vantage point suggests it's the 22. Close enough for government work, though, folks. Here come the Owls, spread formation. Shivel looking to pass. Double move by Matt Williams on the outside. That is almost picked off by number 6, Trice Cody. Well defended by the Spartans. Matt Williams was open for a moment, but that ball just kind of floated a little bit for Garrett Shivel. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 17 for the Owls.
That was a great defensive play for Milford.
Milford, no stranger to defensive back play to preserve wins. Tony Roberts in the Laconia Championship game in 1984. Logan Barnhill as a sophomore 2 years ago to hold on and beat Pelham late in overtime, in fact. Shivel under center, spread formation again. The give is to DeGiulio, double reverse. Ethan Stewart coming to the left side. Logan Barnhill forcing him back inside. Barnhill set the edge, didn't even make the tackle, didn't even have contact, but he turned Stewart back inside where the Milford Spartans were there to gather him in, bringing up a 3rd down.
3 seconds to go in the half.
One more play for the Spartans, looking to dodge the bullet here in the shadow of their goalposts. Timberlane Owls taking a timeout here. We're going to step aside. We'll come back for the final play of the first half.
Harrison Bloom on, the field goal unit is on. Trey Baker to hold.
Coming out of the timeout, the Timberlane Owls are looking to tack 3 points on the board here. Lining up for a field goal. Harris Bloom set to kick for Timberlane. Long snapper. Cale Moley, this kick is away. Just inside the right upright. And that will make the score 10-3, Timberlane Owls. There is a tick remaining on the clock. Looks like the officials are going to get together and talk about it, but there should be at least the kickoff after that score. Harris Bloom was a little sneaky on that one, snuck it just inside the right goalpost to make the score 10-3 Timberlane. Very different game from the final regular season game between these two teams. Milford took a 14-7 lead into the fourth quarter. This game has a different feel to it, though, with the Timberlane Owls jumping out to a 7-0 lead on a 51-yard run by Dominic Polaria. Spartans came back with a 36-yard field goal by Colin Gregg. And now a field goal by Harris Bloom makes the score 10-3. Clock will start on the kick here. Bunch formation by the kickoff team. Onside kick. And it's fielded by the Spartans with a lot of room on the left-hand side. Down the sideline goes number 21 for the Spartans, Caleb Francoeur. He's tackled right around the 49-yard line. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half of play. Very entertaining first half of play. Timberlane Owls 10, Milford Spartans 3 here on Granite Town Media. Easy.
Well, 15-minute halftime. Do you drive a Honda? Are you a Red Sox fan? Are you a Bruins fan? You might have your keys up here in the press box. Once again, we have a set of keys in the press box. Becoming a high school sports official is an easy call. Officiating allows you to continue to be a role model by demonstrating qualities such as impartiality, fairness, and courage. High school sports officials help protect the integrity of the game we love by teaching and enforcing the rules of play. New officials have an opportunity to make a difference in their communities right away. To learn more about becoming a high school sports official, please visit www.nhiaa.org.
Where do I get the keys? The lost keys, where do I get them?
The low-fat chocolate milk contains 8 grams of natural high-quality protein in each 8-ounce glass to help repair and rebuild muscles after strenuous exercise. Learn more from our partners at nhdairyfarmers.org and refuel with chocolate milk. Thank you to the Granite State Dairy Promotion and New Hampshire dairy farmers and their cows for your continued support. New Hampshire community colleges offer more than 200 associate degree and certificate programs, along with career opportunities and transfer pathways, all affordably priced. There are many reasons to choose community next fall. Learn more at choosecommunity.com.
What's up, big dog? Hey. Just go ahead from the goal state. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You don't know like yeah, yeah. Whether he makes it or not, he did his best and he was happy to do it. It was matched to Memorial Festival.
Over.
Yeah.
We'll throw the line over.
Yeah, we're
Rather than try to do any interview stuff.
Yep.
I'm helping them right now. But yeah, we'll have 4 kids on Monday.
Remember what Edwards looks like?
We not
Remember Coach Edwards?
but there's
He was the one last year, right?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. So he sent,
I was gonna say I've got yes right there.
Just want to see how far.
I'm pretty sure that place hates me though because I'm in there pretty frequently and I just like, all right, it's paid for a seat. You guys deal with it.
Well, the thing is, one of Dan's former students because Mike Mahoney has a kid, and eventually just like he said like no, you guys took on 4 months.
Oh yeah, it will work for
Yeah.
So he just had a kid for months.
when the coaches come up.
We almost always have
We'll
at
be able
least
to get
one
it
kid in there because
right.
either forgets to send it or what, or send a label or whatever. Oh, so we're heading out to the defense area. That's been a crazy day. We've been dropping the dogs. Florida. So we've got a 6 a.m. flight tomorrow, so we'll stay at calling me.
I am?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah. It's okay.
Did you see the poison on that?
No, no.
Welcome back to Pinkerton Academy Memorial Stadium, where Kevin St. Ange and Chris Frontiero are bringing you NHIAA Division II State Championship football here on Granite Town Media. Chris, interesting first half of play. Low scoring, 10-3 is the score. Timberlane Owls out to that 7-point lead into the second half. What are the Spartans going to have to do to get back into this game and try to get that state championship win?
Defensively, they've got to loosen up a little bit. They're playing too tight. And if they could just loosen it up a little bit and be more flexible in defense, I think they'll be right. Offensively, they had a nice little drive going down towards the end of the half, and then they ended up getting the field goal. So you keep what's working for you.
What's interesting about the Timberlane Owls is they have not come out and tried to do anything all that different from the final regular season game that these two teams played. I think Kevin Fitzgerald, head coach of the Owls, believes that his team is just simply bigger, more talented, and over time are going to be able to wear out Milford Spartan, a Milford Spartan team that most of the players have to play two ways. And so far that seems to be the plan, because they're running a lot of Dominic Polaria right up the middle. A couple of misdirection plays with their quarterback, Garrett Schivel. Now that he seems to get the adrenaline and the jitters out of his system, he seems to be really playing well.
Yeah. It's going to come down to who wants it more.
Milford Spartans will get the opening kickoff of the second half and will have the opportunity to try to set the tone for this second half. As head coach Keith Jones is no stranger to championship play, took 3 teams to the state championships in the early 2000s, 02, 03, and 04. He sandwiched 2 runner-ups around a state championship team in 2003. That was at the Division 4 level, runners-up in Division 3 and 2 as well. Milford Spartans have 5 state championships won at the Division II level, 6 total, 6 and 2 in championship play. So this program has some pedigree. You and I were talking to one of those coaches from back in the day that won 4 of those state championships, head coach Paul Levine. You got to work with him a little bit on his staff at Interlakes.
Yeah, I got to play for him my freshman year in high school, and then later on I was able to coach with him up at Interlakes.
He's been around high school football in New Hampshire for an awful long time, as has now head coach Keith Jones of the Milford Spartans. Been here 20-plus years. We call him the legendary one. He always chuckles when I say that.
Yeah, he's done it. Coach Jones has done a tremendous job with the program.
I have no idea.
Milford Spartans huddling along the far sideline, near hash mark. Harris Bloom set to kick off for the Timberlane Owls. His kickoff team huddled directly behind him, back deep for the Spartans. Trice Cody, Logan Barnhill, Caden Zielinski making his way over there as well. Clock has run down. We have 12 minutes on the clock now for the third quarter of play. 24 minutes for a state championship. Chris Frontiero, you buckled in, ready for the second half?
Absolutely.
Here we go. Here comes Harris Bloom for the Timberlane Owls, set to kick off. Bloom steps into it, end over end kick coming down at about the 10-yard line to Logan Barnhill. He's looking to move up the left sideline, gets to the corner, got the ball out to about the 23-yard line, where he was met by Bryce Parker for the Timberlane Owls. Milford Spartans take over on offense to start the second half. Have to believe head coach Keith Jones' message. We have an injured player down on the far sideline. eagle-eyed executive director, producer extraordinaire Chris Gentry. Logan Barnhill was slow in getting up. He's to his feet now, but play was suspended momentarily as they attended to Barnhill. We'll have to look into that. We'll report back to you when we know for sure what his status is. Here come the Milford Spartans, opening series of the second half. Trice Cody coming to the near side right. Erda under center. Zielinski takes the handoff, tries to turn the corner, met immediately on that right side by number 51, Camden's and Zambrowitz. No gain on the play, loss of about a foot. Milford Spartans going the wrong way on this first play of the second half.
Again, a good read for Timberlane's defense there.
A staple of this flexbone offense is that jet sweep look to Caden Zielinski. Most teams he's able to turn that corner, but the Owls set the edge nicely on that play. Erda, shotgun formation. Cloutier takes the fake handoff. Erda now running around the left edge, gets to the sideline, short gain for the Spartans. A lot of misdirection by the Spartans in the backfield. Looked like he gave it to Cloutier, pulled it out. Looked like he was giving a second handoff to Zielinski, pulled it out, and he decided to take it around the left edge himself. Probably a yard-and-a-half gain on the play for Charlie Erda. 3rd down and 9 for the Spartans. Ball spotted at the Spartan 23. Erda, shotgun formation. He's following his running back. Late handoff to, I believe that was Zielinski. Hard to see from our vantage point. May have been Cloutier. It's an interesting play where the quarterback just rides the hip of the running back with the ball in there, and he's reading the defense as to whether he's going to continue with the handoff or pull it back and let that fake handoff to the fullback, let the fullback become the lead blocker. Back to punt now for the Spartans. Junior quarterback, now punter, Charlie Erda. Low snap, steps directly into it. Spiraling kick comes down at the Owl 46. Mwangi has no place to go. Great coverage by number 21, Francoeur, for the Spartans. Caleb Francoeur, great coverage downfield for head coach Keith Jones, Milford Spartans. The Owls will take over at their 47-yard line. 48-yard line, excuse me. Again, great field position for the Owls for their opening drive of the second half. Stacked up by the Spartan interior defensive line. No place to go for the Owls on that running play. Tri-captain, big number 69, Ben Kilgore, only started playing football 3 years ago. Led the charge for the Spartan defensive line. Loss of 1 on the play, 2nd down and 11 for the Owls. Mwangi near side left. Shivel, shotgun. The give is not to Polaria. Shivel has kept it himself, turned the corner. Nice gain by the sophomore quarterback. Number 15, Garrett Shivel for the Timberlane Owls. Moves the chains, picks up the 1st down for Kevin Fitzgerald's sophomore quarterback. Showing really good poise, fakes the handoff, keeps the ball, running with confidence for the Owls.
Yeah, it's like, what's that saying? Deer getting caught in headlights.
Spartan defense definitely rocked on their heels here. Shivel, shotgun. Polaria to his right. The give is to Polaria. He goes off tackle to the right side. Nice gain again there, 4 or 5 yards anyway for senior number 6, Dominic Polaria. 700-yard rusher here in Division II play in 2021.
Broken left foot.
Ball on the 34-yard line.
Number 2, he's a junior.
Second down, 4.
Little treat here for Spartan fans here in the third quarter. Head coach and associate head coach of the 1984 teams, George Edwards and Bill Duffy, joining us for a couple of minutes here in the third quarter, making their way to the press box. Short gain again, but enough for a first down for the Timberlane Owls. Timberlane Owls on the move inside the Spartan 30-yard line.
Only year he stayed healthy is when he was a freshman.
Man in motion for the Owls, draws the Spartans offside. And that'll be a penalty against head coach Keith Jones' Milford Spartans. Chris, we're going to ask you to step aside for a second. We're going to grab head coach George Edwards and join us here for a couple of minutes. Talk a little bit of football. From back in the 80s, 1984, head coach of the state championship Milford Spartan football team. Coach Edwards, good to see you. How are you?
Good to see you too,
I see you brought a friend. We're going to talk to him in just a couple of minutes.
Okay.
This gentleman to your left, associate coach of that same team in 1984, Bill Duffy. But nice run here by the Owls. He's got one man to beat, got a flag on the play, dragged down from behind Dominic Polaria. Touchdown saving tackle by Charlie Erder. We're going to have to clean up the laundry on the field while they sort that out. Head coach George Edwards, pleasure to have you here today. What are the memories like coming back to this field for you?
Oh, I'll tell you, it just brings back so many memories, and they're all good ones. And you know, it's been just such a pleasure to be here and to be with a bunch of the 84 guys down in the end zone, and just remember, that Saturday back in '84 when we were here against the Pinkerton Astros, and a very similar situation to what our Spartans are facing today. A big, strong, physical team, and getting beat during the regular season, but coming back and avenging it in the playoffs. So hopefully that'll be the outcome today.
Looks like we have a penalty against the Owls. Head coach Kevin Fitzgerald doesn't like the call, but it is going to set his Owls back near hash mark. Ball's just inside the 29-yard line of the Spartans. They've been pushed back on their heels a little bit here in the opening minutes of the second half. Garrett Schivel, the sophomore quarterback, playing with a lot of poise, forced into the starting rotation a couple of weeks ago after an injury to senior Dominic Capetta. He's got his team driving and playing pretty well.
Yeah, they're real big, physical up front, and they're just really controlling the line of scrimmage right now. And
the give is to Polaria, off tackle to the right, gang tackled by the Spartans, but not before he falls forward for 3, 4, 5 yards. Chunk plays at a time for the senior running back.
Yeah, it's a grinding type of offense, and they're really doing a nice job. They're just so much bigger and stronger, and it really takes technique to overcome that, and that's what we're looking for from the Spartans today.
You mentioned we have some alumni from your 1984 team. Who's joining us here in the crowd today? Nice big crowd here at a Memorial Stadium.
Good crowd. We got Matt Strauss here, Dave Carter, Timmy Blake, Tony Roberts, Greg McDonough. It's a really good group of guys, and I'm just really happy to be here and to see them all, and really especially happy that this guy next to me, Coach Duffy's here.
We're going to talk to him in just a second. Dominic Polaria, again, little, A-gap run. Really nothing fancy about this offense, just putting hat on hat and moving the ball down the field. A couple last thoughts from you, Coach. It was a semifinal when you were here in '84. This, of course, a state championship game. Last thoughts of...
just, pulling for the Spartans, hoping that they can come up with a big play here on third down and, hold Timberlane out of the end zone.
We have a whistle on the field. Not sure what the officials are talking about. Looks like an official's timeout. While we do that, why don't we hand the headset off to associate head coach Bill Duffy. Coach Duffy, it has been an awfully long time, but what a pleasure to see you here today. How are you?
Oh, it's a pleasure to see you, Kevin. I appreciate your work.
We're going to get you set up here so we can hear you, so you can hear yourself.
Okay.
While we have a couple of minutes, so tell us a little bit. What have you been doing with yourself, Coach? Been a long time, 37 years since we saw you here on this field.
Well, I just we had to retire after 38 years on the football field, had a little mini stroke, set me back a little bit, but still try and get out and see some of the games and keep track. And
you say 38 years on the football field. I seem to recall that you had a hand in starting the program over at Bow. We talked about you earlier this season when Bow came to Milford. Were your ears ringing, Coach?
Not really. What it was, we started the program with Mr. Edwards here, Coach Edwards here.
Hilaria up the middle, breaks one free, definitely picks up the first down, dragged down by Connor Dam. Tough running inside. Coach, you like this smash mouth football, don't you?
He's a tough runner, I know that tough. Tell you, like Coach Edwards was saying, these kids are big, they're strong, and they really play tough. And
not to be too controversial, I was talking to some coaches and some players earlier, and they believe that the Division II state championship was decided last week. This is for the Division IIA championship. With Timberlane, a really big school at 1,200 students, probably belongs in Division I, but the NHIAA sets up the games. We don't pick them. They don't pick them. No offense to them, but this is a different style of play when you have one-way players. Two-way players for most of the talented Spartans, but one-way players for most of the talented players here at Timberlane.
Well, Timberlane went through in Division I, went through a couple of years of really struggling with numbers, and Coach Fitz has done a nice job bringing them back. And again, the decision to move to Division II was made, and that's what the NHIA lived with, and that's what all the teams have to live with in what division we're playing.
In as much as the Owls are grinding out yardage here and chewing up a lot of time, the Spartans haven't given up at all. And one of the things you taught us back in the day, Coach, was bend but don't break. Spartans haven't broken yet.
I agree, and it's always a great thing to come back and see Coach Jones, been there for over 20 years himself. And Coach Cody and Coach Erda, now part of that staff. They've done a great job with the program up there.
Quite the brain trust for head coach Keith Jones. Polaria tripped up in the backfield, breaking through the line, getting up awfully slow. Number 22, all-world linebacker Caden Zielinski, just having himself a season after a tough injury early. Fourth down, Owls haven't scored yet.
Well, let's hope we can stop one here.
So, Coach, you took over the program or started the program at Bow, and that has done amazing things in the last couple of years. They seem to be a perennial playoff contender every year now.
Yes, Coach Cohen has come into that.
Going forward on fourth down, Kevin Fitzgerald draws a penalty against, oh my goodness, number 61 for the Milford Spartans, Vernon LeClaire. Very disciplined player for the Spartans, but on this occasion, the senior stepped across the line, encroachment by the defense. That is just a defensive killer.
That'll hurt you all the time.
One of the things that the Spartans have always prided themselves on was defensive play, and back in your day, Tony Roberts tipped a ball in the end zone to preserve a win in Laconia. Logan Barnhill, a senior on this team 2 years ago as a sophomore, did the same thing in overtime to preserve an overtime win over Pelham. Very situation kind of similar to this. It was end of the game. It was Spartans looking for a big play here to try to keep these Owls out of the end zone.
Oh yeah.
Fourth down though. So replay the down. Looks like the Owls can still get a first down without scoring a touchdown. Hilaria in the backfield behind Shivel. Stacking the line, 8 men in the box. The give is to Polaria. Strength on strength, and the Milford Spartans stood him up. And that ball will turn over on downs to the Milford Spartans. I identified a play early in the game when Caden Zielinski was met early, lost a yard, but did not go down, refused to be tackled. Milford Spartans said the same thing on defense here, refused to allow this big Owl offensive line penetration. They're going to take over on downs.
Great series. Great job.
We're so happy to have head coach George Edwards, assistant coach Bill Duffy joining us here in the booth on Granite Town Media. Absolutely our pleasure. Coaches, we're going to let you get back down to your players. Tell them we all said hello from Granite Town Media. We're going to look for you in town one of these days. Thank you so much.
Great to see you.
Great
Good luck to you. Continue doing the great work you're doing. Thanks.
That was Bill Duffy and George Edwards, who led the Milford Spartans in 1984 to a championship. Coming back, spending a lot of time with our alumni, 1,500 fans here at plus or minus here at Memorial Stadium. It was an absolute pleasure to speak with them, especially on a defensive stand by the Spartans to keep themselves in this game. Bill Duffy, the defensive specialist for your 1984 Spartans, Chris Frontiero. Awesome to have him on the air and have this Spartan team basically what amounts to a goal line stand, keeping them in this ball game. 3:25 remaining in the third quarter. Down 7, 10-3 is your score.
Yeah, always good to see Coach, and yeah, that was a huge stop from Milford. Huge stop.
Timeout on the field. We're going to step aside. We'll come back as the Milford Spartans have a long field. This game very much in doubt.
Chain gang crew today: Ron Cooper, Eric Dugas, Chris O'Neill, and Tom Wall. Doing a great job today.
Ball spotted on the Spartan 4-yard line after that defensive stand. Erda, he's looking to throw the ball downfield. Rolled out to his right, didn't have anybody, simply threw it away. Not a very well-designed play to run that rollout, sprint out to the short side of the field. Not a lot of room there. Tried to flood the zone with receivers, but it's just really bunched up. Nowhere to go with the ball. That'll be a 2nd down and 10. Ball on the Spartan 4-yard line. Spartans huddling in their end zone, break the huddle, coming out to the ball. Harris Jones, head coach Keith Jones' son, junior tight end on the right side. Logan Barnhill back in the game in motion. The pitch was to Barnhill. Flag on the play though. Probably going to be a procedure call against the Spartans. Owls are clapping, so that seems to confirm that. Illegal procedure call against the Spartans, half the distance to the goal line. Milford Spartans going the wrong way today. Way too many penalties to overcome a Division I opponent like the Timberlane Owls.
I hate to say it, but you know, it was once told to me that, you know, what the players show on the field is a reflection on the coaching.
I'm not sure I'd say that to head coach Keith Jones. But it is a lack of focus for sure, and it might be part of conditioning and so forth. And it is championship play. And we are dealing with 16, 17-year-old young men. Lots of lessons being learned in this season. Trice Cody split far to the left. Barnhill in motion. Erda looks like he's going to keep it himself up the middle. Short gain on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and long.
Up a yard on the play.
Ball is just inside the Spartan 4-yard line. Spartans just feel like they've been on their heels all game. Field position, they've been in the shadow of their goal post. On defense, they've been pushed back by a bigger, tougher, stronger line play of the Owls. But it's only a 7-point game. And if memory serves, regular season final, Spartans had a 7-point lead going into the 4th quarter, gave up 2 scores to the Owls for the loss. So we know it is doable. Erda out to Cody. Cody in the flat. Looks like he's going to move the ball forward. Not sure he's picked up the 1st down though. Nice pitch and catch by Erda and Cody. That'll bring up 4th down.
It's going to be 4th down.
4th and about 2 for the Spartans. Change of personnel. Erda stepping back as though he's going to punt, but Coach Jones has already shown a proclivity to run some trick plays. Not sure this is the spot of the field you want to do it. Again, back deep for the Owls, Jaden Mwangi. Erda on his goal line. Set to punt it away. He runs to his right.
Got it. We got it.
Did not take off downfield, did kick it away, and it is downed by the Spartans at about the 37-yard line by Caleb Francoeur. Not exactly flipping field position as as far as you'd like, but at least they are out of the shadow of their goalpost.
It's a tough spot for Milford to be in. All day they've been battling with the field position.
Timberlane Owls take over on the 36-yard line of the Spartans. Mwangi, far near side left, spread formation. The give is to Polaria. He's running right up the middle. No technique whatsoever on that play, just running straight up and down, hat on hat, straight ahead. And he picked up 4. Bring up 2nd down and 6. Shadows are getting long here at Memorial Stadium. Beautiful fall afternoon for New Hampshire high school football on Granite Town Media. Shivel, shotgun formation, Polaria to his left. Shivel keeps the ball, off tackle left. Brought down by number 10, Charlie Erda. Right? And when your free safety leads the team in tackles, that's saying that your defensive line is having a tough time up front. He's actually playing a little bit of cornerback today. Multi-talented, multi-sports star Charlie Erda, also a coach's son of associate head coach Richard Erda. 4 Erda brothers have played here for the Spartans. Shivel, shotgun, motion. Give is to Polaria. Again, straight ahead.
Dominic Polaria up the middle. Picks up about 5 on play.
5-yard gain by Polaria brings up 2nd down and 5 for the Owls. Again, moving the ball effectively. When we look at the statistics of this game when it's all said and done, Polaria will have a lot of yardage.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
Owls will dominate statistically, but the scoreboard is still only 10-3 after 3 quarters of play. The Timberlane Owls have a 7-point lead on the Milford Spartans, which is a reversal of the last time these two teams played. Milford had a 7-point lead going into the 4th quarter, and Timberlane was able to come back and score 2 touchdowns. But the Timberlane Owls are driving here. We'll step aside, bring it back for the 4th quarter of play. 12 minutes remain for NHIAA Division II football state championship play.
Nothing will be as cold. Nothing will be as cold as the other game.
Thank you.
That game was
Dulcet tones of the Timberlane Owl marching band just off to our right-hand side, entertaining the 1,500 plus here in attendance at Memorial Stadium, home of the Pinkerton Astros. Traditional Division I powerhouse. Didn't make it to the championship game this year. Londonderry and Winnicott, I believe, are playing for the state championship of Division I. But here we're playing for Division II state title. Shivel in the shotgun formation. He's trying to run himself to the left side, being flushed, tackled. The ball almost looked like it came out at the end there. Caleb Francoeur and friends on that tackle.
Lost a couple of yards on that play.
Loss on the play will bring up a 3rd down. Head coach Kevin Fitzgerald staying with his game plan. riding the coattails of his senior running back, who's put up over 700 yards rushing in the regular season. Been feeding that workhorse all game today, with mixing it in with a few runs from a few other players. Here come the Owls on 3rd and 7 from the Spartan 18. Spread formation, slot formation to the right, whistle on the field. Looks like we have a timeout being taken by the Owls. Score hasn't changed at the 11:10 mark of the fourth quarter, 10-3. Here on Granite Town Media.
And that's what Wilson has delivered for 100 years. Learn more about Wilson.com.
Good. They're COVID free. I got funny.
Kevin
St. Ange and Chris Frontiero here on Granite Town Media's coverage of Spartan football. 3rd and 7 from the Spartan 18. Spread formation for the Owls. Shivel shotgun formation. Hard count. Polaria takes the ball up the middle, picks up the first down, running the ball hard to the left hash mark, inside the 10-yard line. Owls have a team that looks very confident in their play here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Timberlane's playing really good ball right now.
Getting a strong push up front, falling forward.
Milford's got to dig down. We really got to dig down and
had a big defensive stand last series at the left end zone. The give is again to Polaria, still churning his legs, pushed back by the defensive line. Logan Barnhill, Caleb Francoeur, and others in on the tackle, but not before a short gain by Dominic Polaria.
Caleb Francoeur with the tackle. Ball 7-yard line.
Ball spotted on the Spartan 7-yard line. 2nd and goal to go for the Owls. It's going to take a special defensive play here. They have the players to do it. Caleb Francoeur, pick 6 last week. Charlie Erda in the backfield. The Owls put the ball on the ground twice in the first half. Spartans weren't able to come up with their fumble recovery, but they have the ability to hit. Polaria again off tackle to the left side, falling forward again. 2 3-yard gain, 4-yard gain on that play.
Tackle made by Connor Gam.
Clock is running now, and really not going to help the Spartans. They had hoped to come into this fourth quarter with a lead, 2-3 touchdown lead. That's not the case at all. They need the ball. They need to keep the Owls out of the end zone.
Well, you can do that too.
Clock is stopped.
I don't think he's thrown it in the last 35 minutes. No.
Not sure why the clock stopped. Did you notice, Chris, timeout, or was it an injured player, injured Owl player on the field?
Well, there's still plenty of time left in the game. You know, it's still only a 10-3 ball game. If Milford can hold them here, they still have plenty of time to try and get something going.
Here come the Owls.
3rd down and goal to go just inside the 3-yard line.
Cooper Kelly, the punter, kicker, lining up in the backfield. Big number 50 as the fullback behind Garrett Shivel. Give is to Polaria. Polaria running behind Cooper.
Dominic Polaria on the carry.
Play got strung out to the left. May have been a yard gain on the play. Not much more than that. That'll bring up a 4th down. So again, the Spartans bending but not breaking. Exactly what Bill Duffy taught us back in 1984. George Edwards taught us 1984. Bend but don't break. The Spartans showing some resilience here. Ball is on the Spartan 3-yard line. In to attempt the field goal from the 11-yard line. That makes it a 21-yard attempt. Harris Bloom. The snap is back. The kick is away. The ball is up. Field goal. Timberlane Owls makes the score 13-3. 10-point game with 8:53 to play. Milford Spartans had an opportunity here to keep the Timberlane Owls out of the end zone. They did that. They gave up the field goal, but it keeps it to a 10-point game, 2-score game for head coach Keith Jones, Milford Spartans.
Still within grasp.
We'll come back for the kickoff by the Timberlane Owls right after this.
Harrison Bloom to kick off.
Here's the setting. Memorial Field, Pinkerton Academy, November 20th, 2021. State championship game, Division II football. Milford Spartans, seeded number 3, 8-2 versus Timberlane Owls, seeded number 1, 11-0. The score, 13-3 with 8:53 to play. Kicking off for the Owls, Harris Bloom back deep. Barnhill, Cody, Zielinski. Kickoff short, end over end kick comes down at the 18-yard line to Logan Barnhill. Barnhill running hard along the right side out to the Spartan 38-yard line. All right, Chris Frontiero, you've coached a little bit. You've played in big games yourself. What are you telling your team at this point in the game? You're down 10 against a much bigger, stronger opponent. How do you get them back into this game?
Well, I definitely tell them, hey, look, guys, it's not over yet. We got plenty of time. Let's get a nice little drive going, get a score.
Can't win the game on one play. Here come the Spartans. Charlie Erda under center. I formation behind him. Cloutier, Zielinski. The give is to Cloutier. Little dive play to the right, picks up a yard, maybe 2. Second down, probably going to be about 8. Ball spotted at the Spartan 41-yard line.
It's a good one.
Clock is running though, 8:27 to play. This style of offense, although it can break for big plays, does chew up a lot of clock. As a result, when you're down, it's hard to come back unless you get that big play. Milford Spartans have shown resilience all season, have been able to come up with a big play as they've needed it against everybody except the undefeated team in the division, that being the Timberlane Owls. Zielinski crossing midfield, gets to the Owl 44-yard line. Little misdirection by the Spartans. Zielinski rounded the corner on the right side and had a huge hole when he cut it back to the left. Moves the ball into Owl territory. There's that big play we just talked about. First down, Milford Spartans. 7:53, 13-3. 10-point differential. Zielinski, the dive back behind Erda. Erda, however, hands it to the second man through the hole. Couldn't pick up who that was initially. I believe it was Barnhill. It was Barnhill coming up from the bottom of that pile. Short gain, yard, maybe yard and a half. Second down and 8. Second down and 9 for the Spartans. Ball at the Owl 43-yard line. Center of the field. Shadows getting long here at Memorial Stadium. Restless crowd just looking to erupt for something positive for either team here. Erda in the pistol. Zielinski, Barnhill to his, Zielinski to his right. Erda off tackle to the right, still on his feet along the sideline. Flag coming in. He's dragged down at about the 18-yard line. That flag, the way it was thrown, suggests to me it might have been a block in the back. We're going to have to let the officials sort this out. That's going to be a big blow to the Spartans if that comes back. Milford's been looking for that big play all game and finally got it from Charlie Erda. But we've got illegal use of hands against the Spartans, so that will negate. Nice 20-yard run by the junior quarterback for the Spartans. Undisciplined play, really from the get-go today, has been the undoing of the Spartans to this point.
Yeah, those type of penalties, they're drive killers, but let's hope Milford can get it back.
Ball will be spotted at the Owl 46-yard line, second down and looks like about 12. It's not the down and distance, though. It's the loss of the yardage that he gained on that play. That ball, this play should be run from inside the Owl 20-yard line. 6:53 to play. Spartans looking to dig deep here. Trice Cody near side. Zielinski in the backfield. Barnhill in motion. Erda looking to roll to his right, coming back to Barnhill. Barnhill has it in the flat. He's dragged down from behind. Horse collar tackle not called on number 42 for the Owls, Joseph Schivel. Not sure if you saw that. Horse collar tackle on the 6-foot-tall Logan Barnhill. Completed pass, though, picks up the first down. We have, unfortunately, though, another penalty that's going to negate a big play by the Spartans. Penalty against the Spartans. Looks like it's an illegal man downfield. Chris, was that the call?
Yeah.
Ineligible receiver downfield for the Spartans. That'll bring up another second down, but this time instead of 2nd and 12, it'll be 2nd and 17. Negates the completed pass to Logan Barnhill. Erda kind of floated it out there. It was actually a very dangerous pass, but Barnhill basically boxed out the defender for the pass, for the reception. Erda, shotgun formation. He's going to go to the right side, right in front of his bench and his coach. Short gain, probably 3-yard gain for the Milford Spartans. That'll bring up a third down. Every time you think the Spartans are generating a little bit of momentum, penalty. Undisciplined, uncharacteristic of the Milford Spartans football program. Just can't seem to get that momentum going.
Third down, 14 for the Spartans.
Ball is on the 48-yard line, 3rd and 14. Gut check time for head coach Keith Jones, Milford Spartans, talking to his junior quarterback along the sideline. Timeout has now been taken by the Milford Spartans. We're going to step aside here on Granite Town Media.
There's 5 minutes and 33 seconds to go in this game. From sports banquets to senior nights, yard reading is occasion even more memorable. Let New England Yard Reading spell out your personalized message, and you won't need to lift a finger. Learn more at NewEnglandYardReading.com.
Game over territory. Also game over territory. And making stops.
Third down and 14 for Spartans.
Every game has its big moments, and this is probably the biggest of this particular game. 3rd and 14 from the Owl 48. 2 penalties negating big plays by the Spartans. Erda, shotgun formation. Passes to the right side. Cody catches it behind him. Looks like he hauled it in, but it's going to be short of the first down anyway. Nice chunk of change picked up by the Spartans. Makes it 4th down and about 7. That moves the ball to the Owl 41-yard line. It's kind of a back shoulder fade, but he had to dive for the ball, so he had no opportunity to advance after the catch. So if that previous play was the biggest play of the game so far, here comes the next biggest play of the game. 4th and 7, Milford Spartans need to pick up the first down. Jones split to the left. A lot of movement on the offensive line once again. I think we're going to have a timeout called, though, by the Spartans before that play got rolling. And we do. Milford Spartans calling timeout. Good thing, because there was movement all up and down that offensive line. All right, head coach Chris Frontero, what are you calling here? 4th and 7, flex bone offense. You've shown a little ability to throw and catch. You've also have the ability with a couple of big backs that have run for, over 700 yards apiece. Where are you going here, Coach?
I think I'm calling either a tight end screen or a slant pattern, because it looks like the far side of the field there, it's been open pretty much all day for that slant pass. And I'm not sure if the coaches upstairs have been, noticing that or not, but we'll see.
You put the ball in the air here, huh?
Yeah, I definitely want to run, because they haven't been able to run all day on Timberlane. I give a lot of credit to Timberlane's defense for holding Milford in check.
They've been stout.
Yeah.
Milford wearing their white road uniforms with blue trim. Timberlane Owls in this burgundy color with white trim. 4:50 remaining in the game. 13-3 is your score. 4th and 7 for the Spartans. Erda looking to pass. Goes down the right sideline. Caught by Trace Cody. First down. Milford Spartans move the chains. Ball came out late, but the ball was ruled down by contact. Big, gutsy call by head coach Keith Jones, putting the ball in the air. Milford not a throwing team. Charlie Erda put that ball on the money, and Trice Cody came up with a nice catch. Had to climb the ladder for it, though. Moves the chains, 1st and 10. Milford Spartans ball on the 24-yard line. Cody, near side left. Erda under center. Erda gives it to Logan Barnhill, turning the corner, met interior defensive line of the Owls. No gain on that play. Call like that just seems to be a momentum killer. That jet sweep and that inside handoff, that counter action, just not working at all. Zielinski to Erda's left. Erda looking to pass again. Does so, gets it outside to Cody, doubling back. Stopped by Josh Civil. Joseph Civil, excuse me. Spartans going no huddle here. 3rd down and looks like about 6. Erda, shotgun formation, looking to pass again. Flush from the pocket. He steps up. He's looking to run. He's got a lot of room. Trying to pick up a block. He's got the far sideline. Might get it. Doesn't quite get there. Thrown out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. Charlie Erda crossing crisscrossing the field here. Drop back to pass. That was a pass play all the way, but he tucked it. The multi-sport athlete showing his athleticism on that play. 1st and goal, Milford Spartans. Ball spotted at the 7-yard line. Clock continuing to run, though. He was thrown out of bounds. Clock not the Spartans in their favor right now. Clock stopped when he went out of bounds, but at 3:37, Milford needs to punch it in here. Zielinski next to Erda, left side. The give is to Zielinski. Zielinski into the end zone. Milford Spartans touchdown.
Oh, they needed that.
At the 3:33 mark, triple threes on the board. 13-9 is your score. Point after touchdown pending.
Good sustained drive, and they needed that, and there's plenty of time still left on the clock.
Point after touchdown pending. Colin Gregg already with a field goal earlier, looking to step into this PAT for the Spartans. Snap, high snap, but fielded well. Kick is up, and it is good. It is a 3-point game. Milford Spartans down by 3 with 3:32 remaining. Milford Spartan football on Granite Town Media all year long has produced a lot of exciting and fun moments. Here come the Milford Spartans trying to mount a comeback against what amounts to basically a Division I opponent. A lot of prognosticators predicted this would be a Timberlane win, and they may well go on to do it, but they know they've been in a dogfight here today, haven't they, Chris?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And it's never over until it's over. You never give up. You never give up. You keep playing until the last whistle.
All right, let's put your coaching hat back on here, Chris Frontero. Down 3. Your defense has been stout. Do you go with the onside kick and try to recover this right now?
This is going to be a tough decision. I would because there's 3 minutes left on the clock. They still have plenty of time, so I would kick it try to get them deep in their own end, and then let the defense do their thing.
This is why head coach Keith Jones, the legendary one of the Milford Spartans, gets paid the big money. His decision right here for the Milford Spartans and their season, down 3, they need the ball back, but to your point, they've played stout defense. So decision time for the Spartans. Colin Gregg pacing off his steps for this kickoff. Will it be an onside kick? Will he kick it away? Be nice if he could put it through the end zone this one time. Onside kick to the near side. It's going to go out of bounds, though. As a result, the Owls are going to get the ball in again. Really good field position. Their 40, 41-yard line. I think head coach Keith Jones rolled the dice on that one, looked to come up with something big, but he has so much confidence in his defense. And with 3:32 to play, clock didn't even move on that kickoff because nobody touched the ball in the field of play. That preserves some time for his Spartan defense. Capable of picking off a ball. Caleb Francoeur did that a week ago at Lebanon. Ball will be moved ahead 5 yards to the 46-yard line, 47-yard line of the Owls. Shivel, quarterback, shotgun. Hands it off to Polaria. Dragged down in the backfield. Shooting the gap was senior number 23, Logan Barnhill. Need a big play, call his number 23, Logan Barnhill. As a sophomore, had a great interception to preserve a win in overtime. Last season was just a mess for everybody with COVID. Logan Barnhill's come up huge time and time again for the Milford Spartans. 3:08, clock is running. 2nd and 12, ball is on the 45-yard line. Polaria in the backfield with Shivel. Up back, looks to be Cooper. Long count by the Owls. Looking to draw the Spartans off sides. Don't do so. Shivel's going to keep it. He's looking to run to the wide side of the field. He's still on his feet. And he has not picked up the first down. No, extra effort may have gotten him close, though. It's all going to depend on this spot. Really close to the first down. They haven't signaled yet. Looks to be maybe a foot short. That'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, they marked him down. They didn't give him forward progress on that one.
Looked like he had some second effort at the end there, but they definitely marked him down. We talk about big plays on Spartan defense. They've done it twice in the goal line situations, kept them out of the goal line, kept them from scoring at our left end of the field, forced a field goal here at the right end of the field. 3rd and short at midfield here. Spartans need a stop and need the ball back. Look for a run up the middle, likely from Polaria. Very disciplined Owl team. Shivel keeps it himself, but that offensive line got a lot of help from the backfield. Caleb Cooper, Dominic Polaria, the big push from behind. Garrett Shivel just kept the ball himself. And we're under 2 minutes to play here. 1:48 to be exact. Clock stops on the first down. Now it begins to run as the chains are reset. Ball spotted at the Spartan 41-yard line. Timberlane Owls not in any rush now with the first down. They've played virtually penalty-free football all day today. They've had the bigger push up front. Shivel under center, takes the snap, drops to one knee. 70 seconds remaining in the ball game. Timberlane Owls are starting to celebrate. Coaches running down out of the press box to join their team on the field. Not going to be able to stop the clock. Spartans use their timeouts. Heck of an effort by the Milford Spartans here against what is a virtually Division I ball club. They came up just a little bit short. 13-10 will be your final as Timberlane will snap the ball one final time here to wrap up this game here at Memorial Stadium. Chris Frontier, I want to thank you for joining us here on Granite Town Media. It's been a pleasure spending time with you and some of our other friends and family from the 1984 team. Timberlane Owls are your 2021 NHIAA Division II state champions. Clock continues to run. Team looked like they wanted to rush out onto the field to celebrate. It's all over but the formalities. Chris, a couple words from you, sir.
Yeah, hey, I had an awesome time, and I want to thank you, Kevin, for allowing me to come and help you out today. My hat goes off to the Timberlane Owls for a great game and a terrific season they had. And a lot of thanks to the Milford Spartans for giving us a great season. And nothing for them to be ashamed about. They had a great season. They have everything to look up to.
8 seniors on this squad had a heck of a fall. Want to thank them for all of their efforts all fall. Head coach Keith Jones and his coaching staff did an awesome job. For Chris Gentry, Chris Frontiero, Aiden, want to thank everybody here at Granite Town Media for helping us all season long. Milford Spartans fall in the championship game. This is makes their record now 6-3 in championship play. But great effort by the Milford Spartans, and I'm sure we're going to hear a lot more from them next year as well. For Chris Gentry, Chris Frontiero, Aiden, Granite Town Media, I'm the voice of Milford Spartan football on Granite Town Media, Kevin St. On, saying thank you for joining us, and go Spartans.